I guess it's time to turn the camera back on. I just caught this really nice, look at the size of this pre-spawn fish. She's an absolute toad. She hit that pink chatterbait. We'll get some pictures of her and get her back in the water. All right, so I hope that wasn't a complete fluke, but I'm just up here up in the shallow bay. Water temp's about 49 degrees, and that fish hit that pink Z-Man chatterbait with the pearl menace trailer dipped in pink dye. So that's the first fish I've had all morning. It's been a little bit of a grind. I went all the way out to this island about 8 miles from here. Couldn't get nothing and just started working these little bit of outside reeds and picked up that fish, probably about 3.5 pounders. So let's see if we can't get another one. Check that one out, guys. Absolutely choked that pink Z-Man chatterbait. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful pre-spawn fish. Another 3-pounder. So look at that. Absolutely choked that thing. I'm gonna get a picture and get her back in the water. Man, that's a nice, beautiful fish. Pretty orange eyes. Man, nice, nice fish. All right. Thank you for playing. Nice. I don't want to say I've got a pattern figured out. That's 2 fish here. Water temperature is 49.5. It's warming up. I'm still using the Z-Man pink chatterbait with the lure lipstick crawfish jelly, putting on the inside of the blade there. And yeah, that's the second fish in these reeds. I don't really know. Hopefully, the warmer the water gets, the more active these fish will become. But so far, we got 2 nice ones. Probably 3.5 pounders, 3.25 pounders maybe. So yeah, let's see if we can get a few more. That one boiled out of heart, actually. That was actually pretty shallow. I was just keeping it right above the reeds, and she just boiled on it. I don't know if you guys can see it really well on the camera, but it was a pretty cool bite. I thought it was a reed at first, but I guess it wasn't. Water's really shallow in here, maybe 2 foot, 2.5 feet maybe. Got the troll motor jacked way up. So maybe these fish are shallow, I'm not sure. Keep casting to find out. Oh man, she almost hit like a topwater. Oh, I hope you guys saw that. That was freaking awesome. She smashed that thing. Oh, that's a nice fish too. Oh, that was awesome. Oh man, beautiful fish. Man, that's a nice fish. Almost came out of the water for it. Oh, it's a northern. That's why. That's a big northern. There we go. He's not happy. Look at that nice northern. Smash that Z-Man pink chatterbait. It's a pretty fish. Get a picture and get him back in the water. Get her back in the water. Slimy, slimy. Pretty fish. Look at that one. Look at how golden that fish is. Look at the colors on that one. Man, that's a pretty one. Look at the eye on it. Man, another beautiful pre-spawn. Just beautiful golden colors. I gotta get some pictures of this one. This one's really pretty. Nice pre-spawn female. Look at how chunky she is. Again, she loves that Z-Man chatterbait. Guys, you gotta definitely think about throwing a pink bait. chatterbait, and I'll talk about that here in a minute when I get to it. Fish got a couple leeches on it when we get them off, and then I'll tell you why I like using a pink chatterbait. All right, we're gonna see how well this works. So a lot of you know that I'm a huge fan of pink lures just in general, and I get a lot of people that maybe doubt that they actually work, and hopefully by now you guys have seen that even this pink Z-Man chatterbait with the pink pearl white menace trailer, you know, works. And honestly, the main reason why I started throwing it was so that I could see this lure in the water. So the water right here is about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot deep. I don't want to say there's a slight stain to it, but it does have a little color. I mean, I can see bottom, but it's kind of got maybe like a little bit of yellowish tint just from all the wind stirring up the sediment and the sand. And what I'm doing is I'm just casting in between these reed clumps, and I'm actually able to see the lure. So what I can do is I can see where it's moving. I can move it around stuff. And I was doing that in the spring, last spring in the canals. And it's just, I like to use it because I can see it. But then too, a lot of people don't throw pink. They throw lures that maybe have a little bit of pink on it, but the fish just aren't used to seeing this. And everyone around here is probably throwing spinner baits, which, hey, white spinner baits are hard to beat this time of year, but not a lot of people throw pink. So don't be afraid to try throwing it off color. Again, I started throwing it because I can see it really easily, and you know, it works, right? So you may or may not believe in pink lures, and if you don't, hey, better for me, because that means that I can probably come behind you and catch fish. But you guys, you got to try pink lures. Don't be afraid to try this Z-Man chatterbait. I'm going to leave a link up here in this video so you guys can see how I make these things. But let's get back to fishing and see if we can't catch a few more. Oh man, he pushed it. All right, let's try that out. All right, got another one of the pink chatterbait, little guy, but still pretty post or pre-spawn fish. I love the color of their eyes. Look at how orange those eyes are. They're really cool. So get a picture and get this fish back in the water. There was one there. That's a nice one. Missed it the first time. Yeah, ooh, that's a chunky one. He missed it the first time. I thought it was a reed. Check that one out. Another beautiful pre-spawn female. Look how thick she is. Look at the girth on that one. Guys, pink chatterbait is fired today. Cannot be afraid to throw a pink chatterbait. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Gotta love Northern Michigan springtime fishing. I'm the only one up here too. Everyone's out walleye fishing today because today's the opener walleye, but beautiful fish. Get her back in the water. Follow that thing right to the boat. You guys can see that. That's pretty cool. Oh man, dang it. All right, everybody, so I want to try and do something a little bit different at the end of these videos. So for those of you that are graciously enough watching to the end, what I'm going to do in each of these videos is try to either break down all the setups I'm using, or at least one of the setups that was producing the most fish. So today you guys saw that by far the only thing that I was catching fish on was this 3/8 ounce jackhammer. So this is the pink jackhammer. I dipped this in pink spike and dye. I'll leave a link to that video up here so you guys can take a look at it. But then I also have this pearl white menace trailer that I also did in pink. And you know, this is just by far my go-to. I love throwing pink. Last spring I got on an awesome bite this time of year, and I really have not put this chatterbait down. But what I want to let you guys know about is my setup. So I've gone through a couple different iterations of line trying to figure out, you know, what's the best combination. And I really struggled last year. I kept breaking a lot of chatterbait or losing a lot of jackhammers. And so what I actually ended up going with is, this is 17-pound Seagar fluorocarbon. It's the same line I use on my jig rod, and I was using Bray to a fluorocarbon leader, and I was using 12 pounds of leader or 12 pound fluorocarbon last year and just struggled. And so I finally broke down and said, you know what, I'm going to use the exact same line that I use for my jig. The fish don't seem to be bothered by that 17 pound test and the water clarity that I'm fishing. So 17 pound test Seaguar line. This is on the Virtus Abu Garcia. This is a 7'3" medium heavy, and this is with the Revo X. This is the 4X. It's the 6.61 gear ratio reel. I like using this reel because it really slows me down. And like you guys saw, hopefully in the video, you can see where I was, you know, casting not the primary, but the secondary, and then the third level of reeds. And that's really where those fish were, mostly on the outermost sides of the reeds. Water temperatures between about 49 and 50 degrees. So yeah, it's just going to continue to get better. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be fishing for the next couple weeks because of work and vacation, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about kind of this whole wrap up at the end, breaking down for you my setups and what's working and kind of where I'm fishing. So I really do appreciate all the support. And remember, the easiest way to change your attitude is by showing gratitude. Thanks, and we'll catch you in the water next time.